from rescue to forever? The rain lashed against the sleek black car as Bound, CEO of Ascent Technologies, navigated the bustling streets of Bangkok. Lost in a negotiation born south, he barely registered the commotion ahead until a figure darted across the road. A boy, no older than 19, his clothes ripped and terror etched on his face, was being pursued by three hulking figures. Bound, ever the pragmatist, hesitated. Getting involved in street brawls wasn't his style, but something, maybe the raw fear in the boy's eyes, made him slam on the brakes. His bodyguard Kong emerged with a practiced efficiency, but Bound was already out, striding towards the seal. The thugs, gruff and tattooed, turned on Bound, momentarily forgetting their quarry. A tense standoff ensued, broken only by the boy's desperate gasp, "Please help me." Bound, tall and imposing, met their gaze with icy blue eyes. "Leave him alone," he commanded, his voice a low rumble. A sneer contorted the leader's face. "This ain't your business, rich boy." Bound wasn't in the mood for arguments. A swift kick to their leader's knee and a well-placed punch sent the thug scrambling. Panting, he turned to the boy, now huddled against a shop window, rain matting his already messy hair. "You alright?" Bound asked, his voice softer now. The boy, Prem, looked up, fear slowly giving way to a cautious gratitude. He nodded, wiping a smudge of dirt off his face. Bound, intrigued, ushered Prem into the car. He learned that Prem was a university student, living in a shabby apartment. The story, however, felt off. Bound, a master negotiator, sensed a carefully constructed facade. Yet there was something about Prem's vulnerability that tugged at him. He had him dropped off at his apartment, leaving his number with the cryptic, "If you need anything." Days later, a call came. Prem, his voice shaky, spoke of men watching his apartment. Bound wasn't surprised. Curiosity morphing into a protectiveness he couldn't explain, he sent Kong to investigate. Kong discovered a hidden web. Prem was actually the heir to a vast fortune, his family shrouded in mystery. Someone, it seemed, wanted him out of the picture. Bound, fueled by a cocktail of curiosity and a growing fondness for the boy, decided to help. Using Ascent's resources, he unearthed a plot to usurp Prem's inheritance. With Kong's help, they exposed the culprits and secured Prem's position. Through the ordeal, a bond grew between them. Bound, used to a life of control, found himself drawn to Prem's quiet resilience. Prem, in turn, saw past the CEO's mask to the fierce loyalty that resided beneath. Their late-night talks turned into stolen moments, stolen smiles. One evening, sitting on Bound's rooftop overlooking the twinkling city, Prem confessed, "I thought I was just a nobody, running for my life. You showed me I mattered." Bound, surprised by the unexpected emotion in his voice, admitted, "You had me at please help me." In the moonlight, their eyes met, a silent understanding passing between them. Bound leaned in, and Prem met him halfway. The kiss was hesitant at first, then deepened, a promise whispered between two hearts that had found solace in the midst of a storm. The mystery may have brought them together, but the quiet moments and shared vulnerability sparked something real. In a world of power struggles, they found a haven in each other's arms, a love story born from a rainy day rescue, proving that sometimes the most unexpected connections hold the truest treasures. Their newfound happiness bloomed amidst the chaos. Prem, once wary, began to relax, his smile returning with a newfound brilliance. Bound, ever watchful, felt a warmth spread through him he hadn't known he craved. But their peace was shattered on a crisp morning. Prem wasn't in his apartment. A crumpled note scrawled on a discarded magazine lay on the floor. "We have the air. Ascent CEO pays or the boy gets lost." Bound's blood ran cold. He knew this was different. This wasn't a clumsy attempt. This was calculated, a direct attack on him and Prem, With a fury he hadn't felt before, Baum called Kong. The investigation plunged them into the city's underbelly, a labyrinth of whispers and dead ends. Days bled into nights, each tick of the clock a hammer blow against Baum's resolve. Then a glimmer of hope. A source bought with a hefty bribe revealed the location of a derelict warehouse by the docks. Baum wouldn't go in guns blazing. This was about Prem, and collateral damage wasn't an option. He formulated a plan, a high-risk operation relying on precision and stealth. With a team of his most trusted security personnel and Kong by his side, Baum infiltrated the warehouse. The air hung thick with the smell of oil and fear. They moved like shadows, taking down guards silently. Baum, fueled by a raw desperation he couldn't control, moved faster, his every step a silent prayer. Finally, they reached the heart of the warehouse, a dusty, cavernous space. Prem stood in the center, illuminated by a single bulb, fear etched on his face, his hands bound behind his back. Behind him, a burly man, his face hidden in shadow, held a gun to Prem's head. Baum Prem's voice, though shaky, held a thread of defiance. "Don't listen to them." The man barked a laugh. "Ah, the CEO finally graces us with his presence." Baum raised his hands, keeping his eyes on the man. "Let him go. This is between us." A tense silence stretched, punctuated only by Prem's ragged breaths. Finally, the man spoke, a cruel smile twisting his lips. "Take another step, CEO, and the boy gets it." Baum's heart hammered in his chest. He knew he couldn't hesitate. In a split second, he lunged forward, a move practiced countless times in training, sending the gun flying across the room. Kong and his team capitalized on the distraction, disarming the remaining thugs. Baum reached Prem, his voice thick with relief. "I'm here, Prem. You're safe now." Tears welled up in Prem's eyes as Baum cut his binds. The warehouse erupted in a flurry of punches and kicks as Baum's team secured the remaining men. As they walked out, dawn painting the sky a hopeful pink, Baum wrapped his arm around Prem, holding him close. "You are amazing," Prem whispered, his voice choked with emotion. Baum looked at him, his gaze soft. "We'll face this together, all right." Prem nodded, leaning into Baum's touch. The ordeal had tested them, revealed their vulnerabilities, but it had also strengthened the bond they shared. They had faced down darkness hand in hand, and in that shared victory their love bloomed brighter, a testament to their resilience, the unwavering power of love. Escaping the warehouse felt like emerging from a nightmare. The cool night air washed over them, carrying the faint scent of salt from the nearby docks. Baum held Prem close, his grip a silent reassurance. They were alive, together, but the adrenaline that had fueled their actions was fading, replaced by a raw awareness of each other's bodies, pressed close in the aftermath. Baum looked into Prem's eyes. Fear lingered there, but something else flickered beneath the surface, a spark of something deeper, a response to the unspoken tension that had crackled between them throughout the ordeal. Without a word, Baum led Prem to a secluded corner of the rooftop overlooking the city. The first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues of pink and orange, casting a soft glow on their faces. Baum cupped Prem's cheek, his thumb gently tracing the line of his jaw. Prem leaned into the touch, a shiver running down his spine. Baum's gaze dropped to Prem's lips, now swollen, a faint pink from the ordeal, yet undeniably inviting. "You were so brave," Baum murmured, his voice husky. Prem swallowed, his own voice barely a whisper. When he replied, "I wasn't scared. Not when I knew you were coming." The space between them grew smaller, the unspoken yearning hanging heavy in the air. Baum brushed his lips against Prem's, a tentative exploration. Prem responded eagerly, his breath catching in his throat as Baum deepened the kiss. It was a kiss born of relief, of gratitude, and something more, a newfound desire awakened by shared peril. Bounce's hands roamed Prem's back, his touch sending shivers down the younger man's spine. Prem clung to Bounce, his fingers digging into the fabric of his shirt. The night's events had stripped away their usual inhibitions, leaving them raw and vulnerable. Bounce, ever the protector, pulled back slightly, searching Prem's eyes. Are you okay with this? Prem, his eyes filled with a newfound intensity, nodded fiercely. Yes. Please. With that, Bounce led Prem towards the edge of the rooftop, the city lights twinkling below like a promise. In the cool dawn air, under the watchful gaze of the rising sun, they found solace in each other's touch. Their movements were a slow dance of rediscovery, fueled by the adrenaline of the night and the deepening bond they shared. The sounds of the city awakening distant car horns and the rumble of the morning commute became a distant hum as they surrendered to the intensity of the moment. It was an expression of gratitude, of relief, and of a love that had blossomed amidst danger. The kiss that had started as a whisper of affection deepened into a passionate exploration, their bodies a map waiting to be charted. As the sun climbed higher, casting its warm light upon them, Bounce and Prem emerged from their embrace, breathless and exhilarated. The fear of the night lingered, of the dangers they faced. But in each other's arms, they found a strength and a comfort that transcended their worries. They had faced darkness together, and in the aftermath, their love had burned brighter, a testament to their resilience and the unwavering power of connection. Relief washed over Bounce's family mansion as Prem, slightly bruised but unharmed, stepped through the doors. His parents, frantic after receiving Bounce's cryptic message, rushed to embrace him. Tears streamed down his mother's face as she held him close, her relief palpable. Introductions were tense. Bounce's parents, used to the high society world, were surprised by Prem's quiet demeanor. Prem's parents, on the other hand, eyed Bounce with a mix of suspicion and gratitude. The air crackled with unspoken questions and lingering anxieties. Bounce, ever the negotiator, took charge. He recounted the events of the past few days, his voice firm as he explained the threats against Prem and the lengths he had gone to ensure his safety. Prem, his voice gaining strength with each word, corroborated Bounce's story, his unwavering trust in Bounce evident. As the story unfolded, a grudging respect began to thaw the initial frost. Prem's parents, impressed by Bounce's dedication and courage, started to see him not just as a CEO, but as a man who genuinely cared for their son. Bounce's parents, in turn, were touched by the fierce love Prem held for their son, a love that had mirrored their own unspoken anxieties. The conversation shifted, a tentative peace settling in. Bounce and Prem, exhausted but content, sat hand in hand, their bond a silent testament to the ordeal they'd faced. Seeing their sons together, a realization dawned on both sets of parents. This wasn't just a fleeting attraction. This was love forged in the fires of danger and nurtured by mutual trust. The following days were a whirlwind of meetings and discussions. Lawyers ironed out security details, ensuring Prem's safety remained paramount. But amidst the legalities, a lighter atmosphere emerged. Bounce's parents, charmed by Prem's quiet wit and genuine nature, found themselves warming to him. Prem, in turn, discovered a softer side to Bounce's stoic exterior. One evening, over a family dinner, Bounce's father raised his glass. To new beginnings, he said, a smile crinkling the corners of his eyes. Bounce took his cue. He glanced at Prem, who squeezed his hand reassuringly. Bounce began, his voice steady, would like to request your blessing. Prem looked up at him, his eyes filled with a question and a silent promise. Bounce continued, we want to get married. A beat of surprised silence followed. Then, to their immense relief, laughter filled the room. Tears welled up in Prem's mother's eyes. but this time they were tears of joy. Boun's mother rushed forward, pulling Prem into a warm embrace. "We would be honored," Prem's father finally said, his voice thick with emotion. As the room erupted in congratulations, Baun and Prem shared a look, a silent understanding passing between them. They had faced danger, navigated societal expectations, and emerged stronger. Their love, born out of chaos, had survived and thrived, blooming into a future they both eagerly awaited. Theirs would be a marriage not just of love but of mutual respect and unwavering support, a testament to the enduring power of connection that could weather any storm.